Hey YouTube, it's Natural Me 4C, and today I'm going to be answering some of the questions that we got from the Q&A, your input video a while back. Now the questions I'm going to be focusing on today are the questions that have been directed towards me. If you have any other topics or questions that you would like to ask, feel free to just, leave it in the comments box still on that video. We check it very frequently, so we will be sure to address them. Okay, so most of the questions I was asked have been about hair, so this should be a lot of fun, all right? So question number one is, why did I go natural? All right, so this answer is pretty long, but I'm going to try my best to shorten it for you. I went natural for several reasons. I really wanted to see what my texture was. I was relaxed from a very young age, I think I was like 12 or 13, so I never really got a chance to take care of my natural texture on my own. I was actually intimidated by my natural texture. I knew that it shrunk a lot. I knew that it was very dry, and I felt that it always needed to be straightened for it to be manageable. So I, went through the years trying my best to keep my hair straight, and it would always revert. I was putting heat on my hair all the time. Okay, so I seriously damaged it multiple times, including when I first started my hair journey, trying to take care of my relaxed hair. So pretty much I ended up with this huge setback once again in September 2011, and that was it for me. I had to make a change. I knew that I could not go on reaching certain lengths and then having to cut off my hair again. I wanted to learn what my texture was. So aside from all the setbacks that I had when I was relaxed, all the damage that I caused, I started to realize that I was in my late 20s and that I had never given myself an opportunity to take care of my hair texture. So I started, becoming curious, and I wanted to see, what texture I was blessed with. And I wanted to see if I could learn how to take care of it. Okay, excuse my lighting. I don't know what's going on with the sun today. It's just going away and it's coming back out. All right, so the next question is, why did I big chop over transitioning, and what were my emotions? All right, so I actually transitioned for 6 months, and then I did the big chop. And my original plan was to transition for 2 years, but that obviously did not happen. My relaxed hair started to freak out very early once my new growth started coming in, and my relaxed hair just couldn't handle it. I had completely went cold turkey and stopped using heat, and I changed my products and things like that, and I was looking for better ingredients. And my relaxed hair just went downhill. It was thinning out. I had to do braid outs to try to blend the two textures. So what I ended up having to do was I had to do several mini chops during that time period because, my hair was about armpit length, and I had to I cut it to shoulder length because it was a hot mess. It was just not working for me. So, I did a couple mini chops during my transition. Once I got around 6 months, I started, kind of measuring where I was at, and it was hitting at about 3 inches. So I was like, okay, 3 inches should be enough for me to kind of do a twist, at least a really tiny one. So I started trying to get comfortable with having 3 inches of hair for the first time ever. As far as emotions that I experienced during my transition, there was a host of emotions. I had to do a lot of praying during my transition because there was some second guessing. I knew I really wanted to do it, but I was very nervous. I wasn't sure what my husband was going to think. I wasn't sure what anybody was going to think. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it. Something just told me that, I needed to just keep moving forward and at least try it. If I didn't like it in the end, I could have always gone back to relaxing my hair. But it was worth a try. There was a ton of frustration, more so with my relaxed ends because my hair was already very thin. And when my new growth started coming in, it just made things worse from my relaxed hair. It was a string. It was so stringy hanging there. And, I really tried my best to blend it as best as I could. So I was getting very frustrated with just the look of the two textures. My emotions during my big chop were very interesting. I was very excited to go upstairs and get in the bathroom and start chopping away. I had some trouble because, the hair texture in the front of my hair is a little bit looser, so I was having trouble figuring out where my relaxed end started and where my new growth started. So my husband had to come upstairs and help me out a little bit, and everything was going good. Everything was going cool up until we got about right up in here. He was snipping back here, and I put my hand up here, and it literally felt like my hair just completely went away. My hair just completely shrunk up immediately as soon as it was cut away from the relaxed ends. And my emotions went from excited to what in the world am I going to do with my hair now? Because it's gone. At that point, it was pretty much no turning back because, pretty much the whole thing was done. I would have a patch of relaxed hair up here or something crazy. So, we just kept going, and I was nervous. I was very nervous to see it that short because once again, it shrank. Like, it was just tight. And I was expecting something a little bit different. The next question is, have I ever received any criticism for my hair type? And how did I handle it? So I was trying to prepare myself, you know, up until the point of big chopping, you know, for the stares and anybody saying anything negative. But surprisingly, I didn't get any negative feedback right in the beginning. Actually, the day after I big chop, I had to go get my allergy shot. By the way, my allergies are kicking up today, so that's why I'm blinking so much. Sorry. But the day after I big chopped, I had to go get my allergy shot, and coming out of the, you know, the doctor's office, somebody was like, somebody literally did this. She's like, she's in the parking lot and she's like, hey girl, I love your hair. And I was like, so shocked because I was trying to work it. I was trying to have my confidence up that day. Again, I was very nervous about having it that short. But she came over to me and she just started saying like she loved it and everything. And it really helped me out a lot. I really needed it that day. It just kind of reassured me that, you know, everything was going to be okay. And that, you know, my hair didn't look bad or anything like that. And that it was going to grow back. And all I had to do was just learn how to take care of it. So as far as like any negative comments or any negative feedback about my hair texture, there hasn't been too many, you know, instances. Some here and there, but it's like, it's pretty rare. And the way I handle it is I really don't let it get to me. The way I feel about it is, you know, I've been blessed with this texture. I absolutely love it. And the only opinion that matters is my own, my husband's, my little men, and God's, okay? Seriously, if somebody doesn't like my hair texture, it's not going to make me want to like go change it or, you know, try to tweak it for them. It's growing out of my head, okay? Okay, so the next question is, do I have any length goals for my fro? So I would say, you know, I just want my hair to grow healthy. You know, I used to be really focused on, you know, armpit length and bra strap length and things like that. But this time around, my hair shrinks anyways. I'm not going to know like how long it is until I stretch it out. But I just want it to grow healthy. I want a big old fro one day. I just want to be able to just pick it out and just have it be like, bam. Another question is, will I ever straighten my hair or color it or things like that? And at this point in my journey, I am not going to be straightening my hair. I'm kind of afraid to, gotta be honest with you. Heat has just never worked for me. I thought it was working for me when I was putting it on every day because my hair would be so dry and things like that. But that turned out to be, I was using products that were just not doing anything good for my hair. And it was making me think that the heat was good for my hair. So at this point in my journey, I really have no desire to put any heat on my hair. When I reached 1 year post relaxer, I thought about blowing my hair out just to see where it was hitting. But you know what? I was like, I do not want to come all this way and then have something crazy happen and me mess my whole thing all up. So I'm going to stay away from the heat. And as far as coloring my hair, I do have some gray hairs up in here, especially up in here, my bangs and stuff. So there will be a time when I put some kind of color on my hair. Not anytime soon, but you know, if the grays become a little bit too much, then I'm probably going to look into coloring my hair. Okay, so another couple questions that I got about my hair is, do I trim my own hair and how often do I co-wash? So I do trim my own hair, and the way I like to do it is in small twists. I make sure I use gel when I'm twisting my hair, and you know, that allows for the scraggly ends to stick out, and I know exactly where to cut and how much to cut off instead of cutting too much. So that really helps me keep my ends neat. As far as how often I co-wash my hair every 3 to 4 days right now. So in the summertime, we'll see how, you know, much I sweat and that'll determine how often I need to co-wash my hair. So it's pretty much like twice a week. Okay, so I got a couple random questions, and the first one is, what is my diet and do I exercise? So, all right, I'm not proud of this, but I do not exercise like I should. You know, I pretty much, you know, I'm running around all the time, you know, with the boys and errands and stuff like that. Sometimes I have to sprint through Walmart because I forgot something on the other side of the store. But, you know, I don't really like work out like that. And I need to change that, I know. Especially since I had high blood pressure after having my children. I don't have it anymore, thank the Lord. I would like to start doing some light cardio just to, you know, keep my heart healthy. As far as what I've been eating, like what is my diet, I don't really have a fancy diet. My husband doesn't like vegetables, and I am not like a fan of them, but I'm able to eat them. I just don't eat them enough. So, you know, I just pretty much watch what I eat. I don't eat fast food very often, if ever anymore. You know, since my husband has been doing his weight loss, you know, journey, we pretty much have cut out fast food from our diet. We don't drink very much soda or juice in the house anymore. So I've been pretty much cooking at home, eating at home. and things like that. So that has definitely helped me, you know, with my blood pressure being low and things like that, cutting out a lot of the salt and extra things that a lot of fast food tend to have. But on the rare occasions that I do decide to exercise, it's usually things like the exercise bike or doing some walking, busting off the jump rope every now and then, getting it in. But I don't do any like weight training or anything like that because I get really buff, like for real. And you know, there have been times in the past where my arms were like huge. So I kind of stay away from the weights and stuff like that, and push-ups. But other than that, it's just pretty much light exercise, and I try to just get my heart rate up a little bit and work out a very small sweat. The last question I have from you all is, did I ever wear braces? Okay, no, I've never worn braces. My teeth have always been kind of large, and I had to grow into my teeth, okay? But no, I have never worn braces. Yeah. Okay, so that does it for all the questions that I have for you today. Thank you so much. This was a lot of fun. I really enjoy answering the questions, and I hope you enjoy watching this video. I will see you all very soon in another one. Take care.